What's up, y'all? It is Kay. I'm here doing 911. I knew I was going to like the show. I did not know. Girl, my clothes really be trying to. I did not know if I was going to love it enough to review it, or if it were going to be conducive to me reviewing, or my headphones, my other headphones. So I ain't say nothing. I laid low, but I watched it, and yes, I'm living for it. I knew I was going to like it. I knew I was going to love it because Connie Britton and Angela Bassett was on there. I said, Lord, Angela Bassett is on TV, looking like Bernadine. So yeah, I was excited about that. So let's get into the review. I'm going to go personal life by personal life, and then I'm going to swoop back around to the cases, I think. So Connie Britton, I think she said her name was Abby, something like that. And she is the 911 operator. Her mama has Alzheimer's. Apparently it's pretty bad. And she lives with her and all of that, so that's taking a toll on her. And then she goes to work, and all these cases are giving her the blues. And her boyfriend apparently broke up with her a year ago, and she's still going through that. So that's what's going on in Connie Britton's personal life. Let's move on to the little boy, overzealous young man. I can't remember his name. Buckley? Swoop Bang. We're going to call him Swoop Bang. Swoop was out here. I really wish. Okay, so if y'all would come on, I could slide out. Right. There we go. Yeah, so he's doing too much. He's overzealous. He's a firefighter. He out here on these dating apps taking the fire truck out he's like 4 years old. Because children love, oh my God, the fire truck. Oh, mommy, look at the truck. That's pretty much how he is, just in adult form. Because he's taking out the truck, trying to impress people. Ain't nobody impressed by no fire truck. Not at this point in time. I don't know how the children do it over in LA, but I know around here we just be like, oh, okay, you gonna take that back? Because my tax dollars pay for this. You don't need to have it out on the road, take it, doing dates and carrying on. That's how we would be. But anyway, so he's taking the truck out. He's meeting girls, sleeping with them in the truck. And I just don't have time. I just truly don't have time. So he gets back to the firehouse. What do you call it? Station. There we go. I had a moment. He gets back to the station. Everybody about to sit down for dinner and carryings on. It looked delicious. And his daddy boss, his boss that kind of has taken on the role of his dad, is like, look, I'm writing you up because you're doing too much. And I said, good. And so he was kind of upset about it, but he took it like a G. Okay, I'm written up, blah, blah, blah. But then, because again, I'm doing personal life by personal life, and then I'm gonna go back around to the cases. So then we see he done took the truck again, after getting written up about it. He takes the truck again. Not only does he take the truck, he takes the truck and expels the ladder all the way up to the roof of somebody's building, and is up there screwing a young lady. First of all, you finna get something real nasty. You finna be sick and die. All this screwing out here you doing. You finna get sick and die. But also, when his daddy boss came in, he was like, how'd you find me? GPS on the truck, young man. GPS on the truck. Just like you use the GPS on the truck to find the women from the app, they use the GPS on the truck to find the truck. Duh. And it's not like you were hidden. You had the entire ladder all the way up to the top of the building. It wasn't a little building. Anyway, child. So he gets fired. And he's like, oh, I thought I had 2 more times. So you was just going to use about 2 of the times? In the 2 days? Who has time? Because it was 2 days ago that he got wrote up about taking the truck out the first time. So now 2 days later, you doing it again, and you thought you was going to have 1 more time after that? There's a probationary period. Well, I can't. How did he even make it past the 90-day, the standard 90-day probation? I don't know how firefighters do it. But isn't there on every job a standard 90-day probationary period where if you do one thing that the boss don't like, they let you go? That really speaks to Daddy Boss. His heart must be huge, because I would have been fired, boy, a long time. Before the show even, where you could see where the show started, he'd have been gone, because I don't have time. Anyway, child, so that's that with that. He done got fired. But he does find his way back to his job. But I guess we're going to have another probationary. He get too many chances for me. But we're going to talk about that a little later. The next big personal life story was Angela Bassett. So Angela Bassett, because I ain't catch her name, we're going to call her Bernadine Bassett. She's married to Rockman Dunbar. As soon as we saw her husband, my mama said, oh, Rockman Dunbar, I love him so much. I turned to her and said, I've never seen Rockman Dunbar play anybody straight. And she said, I know him as straight. He's only ever been straight in all the things I've seen him in. And then, now that I'm thinking about it, I saw him in that Tyler Perry movie. He was straight. But anyway, I said, Mama, niece, listen, I got news. I think Rockman Dunbar is gay himself. I don't know about the characters, but I think I only ever said he is straight and blah, 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 and do. I said, okay, niece. So we watch. And they fighting. Bernadine Basket and Rockman husband are fighting. They having marital issues, and the children are sitting over there like, look, we don't want both of y'all to come to parents, day down to the school. We don't want that. We want one or the other. If we can't have one or the other, then can one of y'all take me over here and the other one take him over here, because I cannot. Why are you stopped? Girl, with this bonnet on at 1 p.m. So they like, we don't want both of y'all at the function, because y'all don't know how to get along, and y'all getting on everybody's nerves. So they all sit down at the table. And Rockman's husband is giving, I want to tell them. I said, Mama, are you looking? Watch now. And Bernadine Basket said, I'm not ready to tell them. She got that type of voice. I can't do a good Angela Bassett voice, but I'm not ready to tell them. And the therapist said to tell them when they're ready. Well, I'm not ready, and all of that they're going through. I'm going to go ahead and go, because you're going way too slow. I know I was at the stop sign, but niece was driving too slow. But yeah, so he did a thing that I always do when I'm getting ready to give my mama like bad news, or I'm joking with her and pretending I'm about to give her bad news. I'll grab both of her hands. He didn't grab the churn hands. I said, you ain't gonna grab your wife's hands? You gonna leave Bernadine Basket all out in the elements without hands? He done grabbed their hands and said, I've been dealing with something my whole life. My mama said, oh! I said, I know. I hollered. When I say I laughed for a good 5 minutes straight, 5. That man grabbed them children hands, and I laughed for eternity. I'm still laughing today. And he done told the children he's gay. Bernadine Basket sitting over there like, girl, ain't nobody got time for this. The little boy didn't really say too much, or maybe I didn't hear him say it because I was cackling, but the little girl, she done got upset. Look, I don't care nothing about it, but can we just not tell anyone? I said, well, first of all, hey, baby, that's the little girl from Mistresses. She was cute. She had an attitude on that show, too. Now, do I have to whoop her or what? Because on Mistresses, she was all running off and carrying on, running away, acting a fool. And I really wanted to beat her down on that show. I don't want to have to beat her down on that show and this show. But hey, baby, good to see you working. She was on Pitch, too. I never saw Pitch or whatever, but my mama watched it all the time. I come through and she be on it. Good to see you working, child. Happy for you. I don't know your name, but praise him because you got a job. But she got up. I don't care if we tell anybody. I don't care about that. I'm cool with whatever, but don't tell nobody. Well, you're not cool with whatever then, sister, if you don't want nobody to know. Because listen, let my daddy have come out to me in my teen years, I would have been like, okay, so what kind of gay are we? Actually, even today, I'd be like, what kind of homosexual do you want to be? Are we doing makeup? Do we need to go ahead and start getting you ready? Niece, come on. Walking out in the street like you crazy. And then walking slow. Girl, look, I shouldn't have let you go. I should not have. Her right back there. I don't know if you can see her. It was a man, but he was on my nerves. Anyway, I would have been like, okay, Dad, so do we need to start preparing you for RuPaul's Drag Race? Are you going to be a fashion designing queer? Are you just going to be one of them gay men that's like an accountant that's not really zesty at all? What kind of gay are we going to be? Like, I would have really worked this out with my daddy. I would have been like, okay, so have you seen Paris is Burning? Because that's the first thing we must do. We have to watch that tonight. What are you doing tonight? Nothing? Okay, come sit with me. Get the popcorn. Paris is Burning. Liz Taylor was famous. So was Pepper LaBeija. Look, we would have sat there and we would have got gay, okay? Anyway, but that's me. That's just me. But she was upset, and I'm like, girl, the first thing I would have did was went to school and be like, okay, so my dad's gay. Where should we start? I would have just like, clean slate. Wonderful. Where should we begin? But that's just me. So she mad. Bernadine Basket done got up. Now she mad because he done told the children, and he's like, I am not ashamed of who I am. I should be proud, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you should not be ashamed of who you are. You should be ashamed of what you did. You done deceived these folk. You done deceived these children. You done deceived their mama. And then he done got up talking about, you knew because you saw that I wasn't looking at other women. And she's like, well, I'm so sorry that I assumed that you only had eyes for me. And then he goes on into, you even said I don't lay you like other men. And I'm really sitting here like, well, niece, men don't lay the same, do they? I just like, and my mama over there like, maybe she just thought you was bad in bed. I'm like, right, like these are not indicators. This does not indicate that you gay. Now to me, I already can clock, but to those that can't, that's not an indicator. So anyway, then he gets real nasty and goes on into, you were a 37-year-old woman with drying up eggs and a biological clock ticking and blah, 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 blah. And you overlooked what you wanted to overlook. And I'm like, ooh, there it is. Because you got real zesty right quick. Niece. But yeah, he got real nasty. I hope you ain't coming over into this lane because you don't have on a turn signal. And I'm in it. So yeah, he got real stank for a minute there. I am late. Let me see. Yeah, I'm a minute late and I'm like 5 minutes away. But you know what? My coworker got an attitude with me all of a sudden for no reason. So I'm in nobody's hurry. She'll be fine. She done called out on me child. She called out on me a good 3-4 times in a row. And then she needed me to cover some shifts. I had to come in on off days and carry on. She'll be all right if I'm late. She'll be all right. But yeah, girl, he got real zesty and real mean, and then they got to swinging on him. He tried to touch it. Don't touch me. And I was like, ooh, calm down. First of all, the children is right up there. They right up there. And then the children saw, because they was getting ready for school, and now they like, I can't. My gay daddy and my crazy mama, everybody fighting. I can't be bothered. We ain't watched Paris is Burning, so we don't know the histories and Karens. So I just can't. That's how the kids were looking. Anyway, let's get on into the cases. So the first case wasn't really all that much. It was a young man. He hit his head on the diving board. Now he ain't breathing and he turning blue. I'm trying to figure out why the mama wasn't giving him CPR mouth to mouth. If your baby's turning blue, you may want to try to breathe into them and see if they'll breathe back. That's just a hint for the girls. If your baby's turning blue, you may want to do some pressure on the chest. But most importantly, you will want to breathe into them and see if they will breathe back. Just try it. Just attempt that. And that's what Connie Britton over there on the phone had done said. She said, give me 30 compressions and then give me some breaths. And the EMT, it wasn't no ambulance. It was just all firefighters. Do they not have ambulances in LA? I don't know. But, and I lived out there and I still don't know. I never saw an ambulance. I don't know. Anyway, so they doing all of that and then she hangs up and so it kind of don't know what the outcome is. And I'm like, oh, dang. She done got invested and they done hung up on her in her face. So that's going on. The next case was the one that really had me sitting on edge, child. I'm pulling out my hair. No, it wasn't. The next case was a suicidal young lady. So some drug addicts done got high. The girl done climbed up here and now she's suicidal. They called the firefighter's like, hey, come on, we gonna get some coffee, everything's cool, and she jumps. So she's no longer with us. And I said, oh, well, that's on my nerves. That was real annoying to me. Because, girl, you could have went and got some coffee. So that happened. And I forgot to mention that I think his name is Bobby, the chief. He done went over to confessional. And he done told his tea. I wasn't paying attention, child. I really wasn't. So I don't remember what he said. But he was talking about the jumper. I remember he said something about that. Girl. Right. You got the idea, sis. Go around her because she got problems. I'm also going to go around her because I don't have the time. Yeah, so the third case is what really had me sitting on edge. I was just like, wait a minute. So this boy done called the police. And I like the way they start every situation with the 911 call. That's cute. So he done called the police talking about it's a baby crying in my wall. And she's like, wait, how the baby on the wall? Not on the wall, in the wall. The baby is crying in the wall. I think somebody done flushed the baby. I said, now, wait a minute. And I really sat with my mama for a good, 15 minutes. Like, how did they flush the baby? And then I had to talk to her, like, would the baby have been turd sized? Is this a regular size? And she's sitting there like, girl, I don't know. I don't know. And I'm just like, but how, if they flushed the baby, wouldn't it have already drowned? Like, I'm really over here worried about this baby on TV. And I was trying to get the answer, and I'm still not clear. But anyway, girl, so somebody done flushed the baby. So they went out there. They didn't hear nothing at first, but then, they heard a little light peep or something. Then they knocked on the wall, and then they heard a louder peep. And I said, well, the baby's in there. Because they tried to, discredit the man because he had drugs. He had drug paraphernalia, and he was high. So they was like, he just crazy. But no, the baby was in there. So Swoop was over there. Swoop Bang, he was over there about to bust in the wall with an axe. And they was like, did you consider the fact that there is un bebé? There's a baby in the wall. What's wrong with you? So they done got the drill. Now they trying to do all of this, that, and the other. Now while they trying to get the baby out, Aisha, I can't remember, Aisha Hines, I think it is, the bald-headed black lady cop. She is running all over because she done had the mind. She done had the thought here, the throat that the realization, amen, that if somebody flushed the toilet, the baby gonna drown. So she running all over the place hollering, don't flush your toilet, don't flush your toilet, fire department, don't flush your toilet, don't flush your toilet. And I'm like, Lord, all this hollering, somebody gonna flush their toilet just out of spite. But they didn't. They did not. So they doing all of that. She running, trying to get them not to flush the toilet. She passes Angela Bernadine basket. And Bernadine is giving LAPD, do you have a teenage girl? LAPD, do you have a teenage girl in there? Asking everybody, trying to find the mother. And I said, well, how are we positive that it's a teenage girl? I mean, it's most likely to be a teenage girl, but how do we know for sure? To the point where we're asking specifically. But that's not my business. I'm finna go in here to work, and I'm gonna come back on my lunch break and finish this. Hold on. When I say I will be so glad when Shawty finds another job, Shawty that all of a sudden has an attitude with me, when Mama finds another job, my spirit will be gleeful. Because I ain't did nothing to her. And she's really acting like I stole and slept with her man. Like, girl, I come to work, I do my thing, I clock out, I've not done anything to you. But that's not why we here. So Angela Bernadine Basket is over there beating on the door looking for a teenage girl. I'm trying to figure out how we know specifically it's a teenage girl, but, whatever. And I understand that, it's statistically most likely to be a teenage girl, but we don't know for sure. And for her to be beating on that door so frivolously, looking specifically for this thing that we don't know for sure it is, it kind of got on my nerves. But anyway, so she knocking. Karen's on, honey. Keep on knocking, but you can't come in. And I got the bandana too. Woo! Because Little Richard is my grandmother. Even though she's renounced her homosexuality, she's still my grandmother. She still is. But yeah, so she steady knocking. Be steady knocking. Middle of the club, middle of the stage, got the whole club rocking. See that? See what happens when you just stop being hood for a little while, you forget. But yeah, she's knocking. Because I'm really doing the most. Oh, it's hot today, Jesus. It's hot. And then we see this man look at her, and she look at him, and they looking at each other. I'm sorry about it's bright. And it's just a moment of, the man is looking like, Lord, I'm caught. She looking like, what you doing? What's going on? And then he runs on into the room, and I'm like, so she runs after him. She sees blood. She sees, a trail of blood leading to this little hole in the ground, honey. And it's just one of the rooms in the apartment, I guess, was under construction, and there was a hole in the ground. It was a little hole. I'm trying to figure out how we got this baby down this hole, and the baby done slid down the pipe. Because if I was the baby, I'd have been stuck in the hole. Like, girl, niece, I'm not going anywhere. I'm stuck. Wham, something. But the baby done slid down the hole, and I'm like, how? So all of that, she runs back over to the apartment, knocks on the door. He opens the door, looks at her, closes the door. I'm like, girl, that's what the peephole is for. You peep, niece, you peep. But he didn't peep. She busts in there. She runs over to where the little girl is at, and where she's at, Lord, where she is, and pulls back. Okay, pulls back the cover. She bleeding all crazy and carrying on, and look like she on her deathbed. We ain't see the daddy no more. She carrying, or somebody, I don't remember if it was Bernadine or whoever, was carrying the girl on down. Now, in the meantime, the baby, we have gotten the pipe out the wall. And I'm just really trying to understand, because when they were cutting the pipe, there was water spraying, so I had a baby ain't drowned. I was really trying to get to the understanding. I was really trying. But water spewed out a little bit, and I'm like, how's this baby not drowned? They get him out, they cut the pipe, they see his little head and her head, I think it was a girl, and cut the pipe and cut it some more, and then they say, Bobby, Chief says, get the defibrillator, and they looking at him like, girl, what did you, and he's like, I need the grease, child, give me the grease. So they grease the baby and slide on out of there. And then she's not breathing. They do a little suction action and works and things. And she breathes, throws up and then breathes. I don't know. There was a lot going on. But I was stressed, honey, pulling my hair out. And so that's going on. They done got the baby out. And now they need to take the baby downstairs. Now the elevator ain't here. So now they like, how we gonna get the baby down? So they, Swoop is like, let me take the baby. I'm the fastest. I said, Swoop, you may have this baby, but if you, oh, Jesus, I'm not going there. I'm not going there. No. And you are ignorant. I just really wanted to go to Chick-fil-A, but listen. I had to put a hex on somebody. I'm so sorry. And then, ooh, my spirit wants to cuss. Actually, I'm going to go to Chick-fil-A. You know why? Because I'm in nobody's hurry. Because my coworker is acting ignorant. And I have to let her know. Niece, I don't care about your ignorance. I don't care. I don't leave till 8 o'clock. She's scheduled to be off at 4. Our manager scheduled me to go to lunch from 2:30 to 3. She's supposed to be off at 3. So she's supposed to leave as soon as I get back. But she got an attitude. So I'm not in a hurry. I'm not in a rush. That's what happens when you have an attitude with somebody who ain't done nothing to you. I'm so sorry. So yeah, let me get in this Chick-fil-A line and take my sweet Georgia time. I might get up to the window and give one of those, even though I already know what I want. Anyway, girls, so I said, Swoop, if you trip and fall with this baby, she's already been through a lot. If you trip and fall with this baby, I'm swinging. But he makes it on down there. He gets in was it an ambulance truck? Was it a fire truck? Whose truck was it? He gets in there, and while he's getting in there, they're getting ready to go. Bernadine come down with the mama. And he's like, no, she can't come with us because, we ain't got, I don't know. He was just being extra. And she goes into, this is as much a baby as the baby. They both babies. Put her on this truck. And they let her on. You out of order. That's why God gave us crosswalks. So they put her, in there. And Swoop turns to Bernadine, excuse me. Go ahead, mama. And says, if the baby dies, this is on you. No, it's not. No, it's not. Where you get that from? Because it's not. So anyway, they get on to the hospital and drop the folks off. Now, while they in the hospital, while they in the truck, the baby, her heart rate and pulse and all of that. And the mama laying over there like, is she going to die? I'm like, well, she very well might because y'all done pushed her down this drain. Like, so they take the doll. It was so obviously a doll. Do better with your dolls. Do better. So they take the mama's hand and wrap the doll finger around the hand and carrying on all of that. And I guess they come on back to life, and then they drop them off at the hospital, and that's that. But it had me concerned. It had me shook. So anyway, the next case, I couldn't be worried about her. Get another call. You get a 911. What's your emergency? He's choking me. And Abby down there on the phone, like, girl, who is choking you? Who is this? Do you have a name? Who is it? And she says, my python. I said, no one has time. Do you have time? Because I don't. So they get their child, and Asian firefighters like, I don't do snakes. I'm like, well, what did you come for? You knew we was coming here for a python. What's the point? Going on back to the station. What is you here for? Now, this whole little situation got on my nerves. Because, first of all, she had a bunch of snakes. That was annoying to me. Second of all, when they get back there to where she is, the snake was, just doing this regular, okay, I'm going to constrict so much in so many minutes thing. It was like, okay, look, I'm wrapping myself around her. I really don't, I ate like 2 weeks ago. So, I'm fine. I'm not in a hurry or whatever. I'm just going to squeeze her. Take my time with this. That's what the snake said. They get in there, start agitating with the snake, fiddling with it and pulling on it. Now the snake says, okay, well, now I got to speed it up and kill her faster. So it starts squeezing faster. Now you can hear her bones cracking and carrying on. And I'm like, why? Because bald-headed Aisha, black lady, she over there like, okay, well, I got this drug that I can give it that'll knock it out, blah, blah, blah. It'll take a minute. And they're like, this is a minute we don't have. And they start pulling on it. And I'm like, well, pulling on the snake is going to make the snake act worse. It's just, the snake was just like me. When you ain't bothering nobody, you just doing your regular old thing, and then somebody come acting a fool, and you act a fool too. The snake said, well, listen, I can end all of this for all of us. I could just kill her right now. So the snake started tightening. I understood the snake. I don't see it for snakes like that, but I understood where she was coming from. And what I don't understand is y'all knew y'all was going to a python, a woman who had a python wrapped around her neck. Why you ain't had a tranquilizer all ready to, to roll? So as soon as y'all got in there, stick the snake. In about a minute, mama's was going to be down. All this talking back and forth was on my nerves and pulling on it and kept fiddling with this thing. So anyway, long story short, Swoop bang, chops the snake's head off. And she's, oh no, my snake, I can't believe it. And she grieving for a minute. Then he gets up in her face and now they flirting. Bald-headed black lady Aisha's like, girl, I tried to save this snake and here you go to chop his head off. So anyway, she's like, I can't be bothered. She goes on, I go on. And then that's who we saw him sleeping with, or awake with, at the top of that building. when he done had the ladder all up at the top. That was her. Let's move on. Now, this is the story that really got on my mama's nerves. Lily had my mama on edge like that baby had me on edge. So, 911, what's your emergency? I'm at home by myself. Some people are trying to break in. She said, all right, cool. What's your address? I don't know. We just moved here. Let me tell you something my mama would not do. My mother would not have ever left me where I don't know where I am. She wouldn't have done that. Hold on, let me order these nuggets. Now, Chick-fil-A, why have you raised my price 8 cents? Why have you done that? What happened? It went from 9.02 to 9.10. What? Girl, it's nuggets. Why am I paying $9 for nuggets in the first place? But then again, raising the price. Anyway, back to this. So, Lily, my mama would have never left me somewhere where I ain't know where I was. She would have had the address written down somewhere where I could have read it out loud to the police if need be, but she probably wouldn't have left me by myself. Because it looked like the mama went to get some Chinese food. My mama been like, come on, get in this car. We finna go get something to eat. And I'd have been there. I would have been in the car with my little Game Boy Advance, SP, because ain't that what I had when I was 9? I think I had a Game Boy. No, at 9 I had just a standard Game Boy, I think. And then I moved on as I progressed in age. Anyway, child, don't nobody care. So Lily is in the house and she on the phone with Abby and they talking and she's like, they in the house. So Abby's like, get somewhere safe. So she done went upstairs. My mama said, if she don't get under this bed, get in this closet. She's sitting on the other side of the bed, still talking. And Abby's like, can you look out a window? Can you tell me what you see? We trying to find you, blah, blah, blah. So she can't see nothing. This little girl goes downstairs. Abby said, now what you doing? She said, I'm going downstairs. Me and my mama was sitting here like, girl, ain't nobody got time. Simply no one has the time. She done went downstairs. Now they see her. She running. She done snuck off somewhere. She hiding behind something. They done found her. Now Abby is trying to tell the police officers where they are. So we got Bernadine Basket. She out there. She looking for her and carrying on. And then we see that Swoop Bang is out there. He done stole the truck. After he done got fired, he done went and stole the truck. He out here doing the most. So the truck is out here. Bernadine is out here. The baby in the house. They got the baby. So they get the baby and what's her name? Abby convinces them to let her go. And I'm going to help you get out of here because the police are on their way. When they finally grab the baby, she drops the phone. But they had said his name. Like, it was 2 guys. The one guy said the other guy's name. The guy's name was Petey. So she on the phone hollering, Petey, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, how many pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick? She was really giving a lot of that. She was giving, Peter. She was really, and Peter was like, girl, who? So Peter picked up the phone. Hello? May I speak to Barbara? Barbara, this is Petey. So she's like, I'm willing to help you get out of here. Just leave the girl. So he done locked the girl in the closet, or put the girl in the closet, put a chair under there so she can't get out. She leads him out to where Bernadine Basket is. So now she got the gun. She like, drop it. I got you. Blah, blah, blah. So he runs back in the house, get the baby, run out the front door. So the other boy that got on the motorcycle, he driving off. So it's all looking grim. The girl bites the man. She runs off. Now she, got her mom, she and her mama reunite. They hugging and carrying on. And the other young man is driving off on the motorcycle. So the police officers stop him, or try to stop him. They cut him off, and he turns around. Now he's shooting at Bernadine. So Swoop is up on top of the fire truck. He done shot the boy with the water cannon, and he off the truck. I don't remember what happened to Petey. But, so anyway, all that went on, and they captured him, and we reunited, and it feels so good. And the show pretty much ends, I believe it ends with Angela Basket, Bernadine Basket, looking at Lily and her mom and dad, and I'm really looking too, trying to figure out why if she got 2 parents, why she wasn't with one of her parents. But she calls home and she makes sure the kids got home safe and all of that. And Rockman Dunbar is like, are we talking now? And I think she said no. And that's pretty much. And then over with Swoop halfway gets rehired, and I'm just like, girl, I don't have time. I don't have time for Swoop. He was gonna grow on me. I know he is, but right now he on my nerves. And anyway, that was 911. I love the show. I'm gonna try to keep up with it. Y'all know I'm sketchy. Well, those of you that have been here a while know I'm sketchy about coming in on these shows. Because I get overwhelmed with my life and work and carrying on, and I miss some episodes and all of that. So it's just, I can scoot in my chair. So I'm going to try to keep up with this one because I really like it. I like Ryan Murphy's works. I like Connie Britton. I like Angela Bassett. I like Aisha Hines. So I just, it's going to be, I'm enjoy the show. Anyway, that's that. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in a minute because I'm finna do a rambling report. Peace.